you doing, guys? I'm showing up again because I wanted to share something what I've been experiencing lately. And I as well noticed a couple of other people. We're just like chatting with some of my friends and what they are experiencing. We kind of are, there is this energy of like a battle, or like this kind of a war energy, because there is a war going on, obviously. So that energy, we're gonna be experiencing it quite a lot. So you might be finding yourself in the battle with the people. Like I can say it at home, like my daughter was battling with her father, you know, they didn't talk together for 2 days. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And so there is this energy of the battle, and a lot of people are getting like their anger is coming to surface. A lot of people are their wounds and the childhood, like a trauma, is still coming to surface. So like keep that in mind, that like there is it's bumpy, it's really bumpy. And other people I heard having a really hard time with the families, like in the families, like, you know, when you suddenly start to I don't want to say avoiding them, but like setting certain boundaries and maybe moving away. And then there is like these massive clashes are happening inside of the family, especially with, you know, everybody had certain childhood, you know, and most of us, we have a difficult childhood. So pay attention as well to the blame and shame game and guilt and these kind of things. This is all coming to surface, especially in the families, you know. So and then there is this disconnection. I can say that the disconnection inside of the family is becoming really visible, like you know, that the true connection wasn't there. You know, the true love, the true unconditional love wasn't there. All the illusions are coming to surface suddenly, especially these days. The past start leaking again into a present moment to experience it. And it could be, it's gonna be playing out in the relationship mainly, and it is as well gonna be playing out in the finances. Let's say I got distracted yesterday and I was like, wow. I opened up my old email address. I used to have these productivity planners and like this little business I was running on Etsy, and I had this it's called Productive Berry, and I was selling all sort of like printables, but I closed it down. I closed almost everything down after the Kundalini awakening. But it's funny, I opened up that email address, it was full of like the newsletters and things, and then suddenly I started to feel that old energy of that time. And I was a lot into like a passive income and trying to like, you know, get rich quickly schemes, and I was constantly like taking courses. So most of my money went into like internet marketing, and I don't know how to do the Etsy stores. I had 3 Etsy stores. I was on Etsy for many years. Like, you know, I was always running a little like a business here and there, but it was never like, if I was living in Czech Republic, if I was living in a different country, I would be like, it would be fine. So because I'm living in one of the most expensive countries in Europe, because our rents went up, like, and I was like in this period of, it started freaking me out how much money one needs in Ireland to actually be able to function with the family and the kids and a dog and whatever. Larry's here. So yeah, it started to freaking me out a little bit, like how much money one need here if you have a family. Like, you know, you've got a dog, you've got a child, you know, the rents are like ridiculous. It's just for me, I don't even want to play in it. I started noticing how much I am having this aversion of like playing in that system. I went to my email and I started to be hooked up again on the old system I used in like a couple of years ago. I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago, when I was trying to run the business in the efficient way, like doing all the email marketing and like, and I was just like, I started reading a little bit of the emails. I just got hooked on the, I call it get rich quickly schemes, like, and all the courses I used to take in the past because I still have access to it. It costed me tons of money. And so I just got hooked up on it for a while. I was like, wait a minute, this is a distraction. This is just a past leaking into my like new awareness, and into my consciousness, like, which has nothing to do with that part of my life anymore, because my consciousness, it's like a further. And I was thinking I am limited with the time, so I cannot, even if I would like to, I would not be able to do all the things I used to do before my daughter was born. There is, unfortunately, once you become a parent, your old life dies and you die. You die, and the mother is born. And most of the women, if they don't even want to admit it, you lose yourself. And there is a lot of like a depression and anxiety because you have to be there 24/7 for another being. Obviously, you are growing a human being. It's a 20 years job. It's a project for 20 years, and it's not unconditional. There is no unconditional love. Forget that. There's tons of attachments. Most of the women are attached to the kids, and there is always a trauma underneath, because it's very unconscious when you're having a kid. Well, I don't want to talk about like parenting, but like what we are experiencing right now is that it might be going around the parenting as well, but what we are experiencing right now is distractions from the past. So pay attention to a lot of distraction from the past, that they are trying to pull you back into those sort of same patterns, what you had either with the people or in the business or with the money or, friends. It could be anything, all right? Even like a habitual thinking. Another thing what is showing up is I heard someone like is experiencing a lot. There is a lot of turmoil in the family. What I said already. Obviously, the relationships are just like it's crazy. So when they are angry, let them be angry. Remove yourself. Like, it's not your anger. Just pay it. Now you have to be really like observant, like about, because the people are losing their shit. It's like watching a ball of the energy in front of you, and like choosing if you're gonna be participating or not. Because more you know yourself, more conscious you are, more aware you are, you will be really choosing. And then sometimes you lose you lose your shit and you just shout and things like that. But just let yourself have it all. Like, it doesn't matter. And so what I noticed, that it's actually nothing matters. It doesn't matter how it look like. The journey is messy. So allow yourself to have it all, like, whatever it is. Are you in a codependent relationship? Yeah, it's fine. Like, if you are in it, just be aware of it. If you are aware of it and you are not denying it, and you are like having all your like bad days, and you are allowing yourself having those bad days, I think it's perfectly fine, because that's energy is practically showing up to leave you. That's what I noticed. There is really nothing to do. I know there are the processes, I know there are a lot of processes that we can use, like, healing the inner child and doing these, and I don't know, mantras and writing, affirmations. I'm an affirmation queen. Like, I'm doing like, I'm doing hypnosis and brainwashing my brain like for so many years, and honestly, there is very little. I see very little change. Honestly, I think because I'm not sure if it's not because of the Kundalini. If it's because Kundalini energy has its own intelligence, and it's doing, she's moving through, the energy is moving through the body, And usually it's like, it's, sometimes, it's in here and just releasing something, but then she goes like down here and release something what goes with it. So she goes like she's moving through the chakras and releasing the stored emotional baggages, which either the body accumulated, either it's a genetic or I accumulated in this lifetime. Sometimes there are like as well like a certain things which we remember from the past lives, which are making the journey a little bit harder. Let's say if you, even if you didn't have any lifetimes on Earth, you had some in the sky, in the stars, in the other star systems, on the other planets. Let's say there was a lot of war going on, like, there is a galactic war going on even there. And if you are the type of a soul who is aware of these type of lives, that are running actually in the same time like you are having the human experience, you might be needing a little bit more adjustment, because the energy of the war, which is out there right now, you might be feeling it. You might be feeling it because it might freaking you out more. Especially if you had some past life, let's say when you were in Orion War. I think there was a war on Orion. I had a couple of incarnations there. So you might be, right now, you might be experiencing this time when the war is on, more intense. You might be a little bit more like, the anger might be coming out as well a lot. There could be a more fear, more like it could be more intensified. These emotions could be more intensified. Because I heard somebody like telling some beautiful story about a little boy. I think it's Marina Jacobi's one of her videos. She was saying this story about a little boy from Mars. And that the little boy, I think he was like 4 years old, he had this like angry events, like, giving but like a really like I just couldn't like stand it in here. And father contacted her for a reading, and what she brought in from the Council of Nine was that the boy incarnated too early as a consciousness. He was not ready to experiencing the human experience, and his system, his avatar, needed to be adjusted. I know my daughter went through some like energetic adjustments too with extraterrestrials. She's got here a sign, 3 dots sign. And I remember I had a massive synchronicity around this. I still didn't talk about it, but just let's get back onto the energies. I will tell you these stories like sooner or later anyway. The boy had these events because he needed the adjustment. He could recognize the energy on the earth plane right now as a war energy. And it's really like distress. There is a lot of manipulation as well happening energetically. The earth grid is a little bit like shaked up. Something is happening with the atmosphere, my friend was telling me. Then there is a 5G going on. Then there is all sort of things are happening. Like there is this big power struggle. I'm noticing it, like how the people, when they have a problem, they go to the authorities instead of going to the neighbor. And there is so many like weird stuff happening. Like now it's a cocktail. It's like this. I cannot even I don't even know how to explain what the energies right now. It will definitely come to me like sooner or later, So in the next one I will know probably. So pay attention to this, the war energies are there. And I mean, it's there for a while, but because it is from the start, it's always like this shock, and there is a lot of humanitarian actions, and they usually like overpower the underneath war energies, when there is a lot of people like give the hand to like you know, the people who are running away from the war. So but now it starts to be really tricky because it's going already for a while, and it starts to blend up, and there is as well a lot of dirt, more dirt coming out to the surface, you know, all the political stuff, like there is, it's a lot, so take it easy, guys. And I heard someone else as well, somebody was saying that he is experiencing psychic attacks. I'm not experiencing psychic attacks. I think I did a couple of times, but I don't really know how to distinguish, because I don't, you know, I don't feel unsafe. I'm sure we can experience all psychic attacks because we have a phone. Through the phone can be broadcasted to us to anything, like, you know. So, but pay attention to the intrusive thoughts. That I definitely have that. So check with yourself if it's the old version showing up. You know, you might be experiencing your old version because the past is coming to the surface again to say hello to us, like, because this is something what we still are gonna be engaging with. Or you don't have to engage it, you more should be observing it or being more aware of it, that it is there, that these energies are there. The past is leaking in. And distractions, it, you know, usually when you are on a spiritual journey, it's the first thing you start experiencing are massive kind of misguided synchronicities, you can call it. It's not really synchronicities, but you think that you're guided and you are just actually misguided. That happened to me many times. But usually when you follow that misguidance, you get better awareness of it, and next time you know that it's not, you needed to experience it to actually be aware of it. I hope it makes sense. Like, you know, sometimes we get synchronicities that we are like guided to do certain things for and it is perfect. It could look like even like amazing. I had this friend, like she started the relationship. It's a year ago already, and I knew she's just repeating her own cycle, and she was like, no, he's my life partner. I was like, yeah, whatever. But you just have the people just let them be and having their own experience, because because the universe guided them. Their higher self know what he's doing. So they were guided to it, and they were even being told that it's the life partner. 1 year after, I don't know, spiritual awakening. That's just like not that's very unusual. But it's more about that. Those people needs to repeat certain, or universe put them together with the people just because it's perfect match, because that way that person can completely disillusion themselves, both of them. That's why I promised myself that I will not have any relationship like with the man anymore. Like, I'm done, because I get I said I'm gonna stay in this one until I see all the shit I need to see, and then I want to be catapulted out of it, that I'm done. I don't want any more of that, because I remember how often I had exactly the same kind of like a synchronicity, and someone else show up for me, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna start something new in the middle of like on the spiritual journey. I'm not. No. Just because I would be going to the same kind of a stuff. No way. Because in that time, let's say, I didn't see a bunch of it, and I did well that I didn't actually go for it, because I would be probably putting myself exactly in the same trap which I put myself now, because I didn't see what I'm seeing now. I didn't see it before. So I promised myself that I'm gonna stay in this relationship until I figure things out. I think I see all I need to see. And then the universe is already messing it up anyway, so I did well. And it's a tough one. You hit usually the hard bottom. So give yourself like a, guys, like we all are going through crazy experiences, you know, so have your eyes open. Distractions, war energies, anger, fear, pay attention to the finances, check on how the past is leaking back to your present. And if you are experiencing psychic attacks, pay attention to the intrusive thoughts for sure. What helped me a lot are I started making these beautiful crystals. I actually ordered they're gonna come in 3 weeks. I'm gonna start making the bracelets. This one is phenomenal. It's a combination of lapis lazuli, black tourmaline, rudraksha. This one is for cleaning the aura. This one is and amethyst. This will calm your mind. This is really calming and protective, a really good bracelet. I channeled this combination. I kept seeing them in the visions, and I was like, okay, well, this needs to be come through. So I've started writing the combinations, and I'm putting together some like protective bracelets. I'm not sure how fast I'm gonna be able to make it, but I'm in the process of making it. But if you have maybe some at home, or you can get like solo or tumble stones before I make those bracelets. This is the combination: lapis lazuli, black tourmaline, rudraksha, amethyst, and that's it, you know. So I got in between stainless steel, but they are not stretchable. I like them because they're much more comfortable like this, and these are phenomenal, all protecting, protective. And of course, like if you are Starseed, there is more to it. I'm wearing a lot of stuff. Like a black tourmaline is my favorite one. I got the best experience with it. And as well, black lace agate is great. That's for acceptance of this human journey. And white jade, it's very calming and it's very nurturing. That's a lot for the like abandonment issues or childhood trauma issues, which we all have. So I'm making the bracelets, so they're gonna come. I'm gonna open up some shop for us, that because I keep seeing them. It's obviously, it needs to come through and it needs to be made. It's channeled, so it's a channeled combination. This it helped me straight. It's enormous. Like it helped me enormously. The other one I have in here is with kyanite. That's a lot for telepathy. This is actually blue, very blue, dark tiger's eye. And this is the jade, and again it's with and the other black one, it's black obsidian with lava. But I got this one in the shop in here, so I was thinking just to kind of like make some like a bracelets. I got a mala as well with the black tourmaline, and actually with this is it's too soft. I have to redo it. What's the name of the stone? Selenite. It's too soft. And the rudraksha, if you can get a simple rudraksha, they have it, you know, that is, you know, just get a nice one or just get a good one. You can even like learn by yourself how to make those knots in between. Get a rudraksha, because this one is within like a couple of, I don't know how long it takes, but this one cleans your aura and it creates a protective bubble around you. You know, I don't think I'm experiencing so much like psychic attacks. I am experiencing definitely like sort of like probably they are super smart on me. I know that they would be, it is smart. Once your crown chakra is open, it's smart. It's really smart. So, and it's so smart that you don't even like recognize it, you know. So this one is a selenite, but the selenite is too soft. It's not suitable as a pearl at all. So don't buy selenite in this form, because if you put it in the bracelet, it will just disappear. And here as well, it's just keep disappearing. This is a really beautiful mala I made for myself. I will probably make them as a custom order, like, you know, made to order. You can get some meteorites. I got a campo de cello, and I've got, what's this one? It's brilliant for you know, the high frequency stones. And I've got a moldavite. But that one is like for the tough cookies. You know, for star seeds, you know, but it's a super high frequency. It's so powerful that like not many people can handle it. So it's one of them. That's why I don't feel the regular stones much. But they are a nice combination together. So yeah, I hope it helps. If you feel depleted, amazing tea is a saffron tea. I already posted it on Instagram. You can check my recipe there. I'm making the webpage. All the informations are gonna be there, just in case the YouTube closes or something. So I hope this helps. Just take it easy on everyone, on yourself especially. Be more, I would say, not diplomatic, but just I'm not even mindful. I cannot find the right word. Just aware, stay aware and observe. You know, you don't have to engage with all the situations, you know. Okay, I love you. Be good. I hope this helps someone, and I see you next time. I see the seagull. I love the seagull. Bye. It's a freedom bird. Oh yeah, June is gonna be definitely fighting for a freedom, you know, for sure. Okay, see you, bye.